Ladies and gentlemen, Ella turns her yacht into a star. Not just trimming, but for family protection. She's determined to keep those judgmental neighbors away from her family. Ella is the yard's superhero. Nick realizes she may have hurt Ella's pride, and now that Ella's letting her be, it feels a bit weird. She used to want to keep her distance from Ella, but now that Ella's stopped paying attention, she kinda misses her. Nick knows how she feels, but is too scared to approach Ella. Little did she know that Grandpa Duncan went to chat with her. Ella thought Duncan was there for Nick, but surprise, he's just captivated by her story. Duncan says that if his wife were alive, she'd totally be on board with Ella's choice. Hearing this, Ella finally drops her guard and starts chatting away with Duncan. As they work, Ella says you can't judge a book by its cover. Duncan's like preach. But then Duncan jokes, rarely does anyone's inside outshine the outside. Ella then decides to start observing everyone. Let's see who's the real eye candy. Nick is like an enigma. Ella can't tell if she has a filter on her thoughts about her. Meanwhile, Nick's grandpa rushes over to spill the tea about Ella's family. Upon hearing about Ella's special needs relative, Nick can't help but feel a tug at her heartstrings. She just wants to peek at Ella's paper, but gets caught by her sister and feels like a guilty little cat. Nick's feeling all kinds of emotions and tells her best buddy Jack, "I think I really like Ella." Jack teases, "You're such a villain. Keep that bottled up. It's not real emotions, right?" He starts roasting her to help Nick face her feelings. Nick knows the yard's a mess because of taking care of this special relative. It's not just laziness. Then Jack's like, "Let's talk about something really interesting," and Nick looks utterly confused. He starts rambling about apples not falling far from the tree, and Nick's trying not to burst out laughing. All Nick can think is, "Oh boy, this is a real puzzle." Nick's pride takes a hit again, but she knows Jack's got it all wrong. She feels the sunshine and vibrance that Ella radiates, and wow, she feels great. She's changed inside, but dares not approach Ella until Grandpa gives her that nudge. Grandpa says she's a fantastic girl. Nick finally decides to face up to his feelings instead of cowering away. She begins to realize amazing people exist, and in this process, she learns so much more. Suddenly, Nick has an epiphany. She'll apologize to Ella tomorrow. But surprise, Ella overheard everything. "Wait, what were you saying?" Subtitles. Ella hears them discussing about Julie and feels extremely crushed. She can't believe her active pursuit led to hurt, so she decides to take a step back. So, Ella resolves to not expect anything from Nick while Nick's clueless. Nick sincerely apologizes to Ella, and this epiphany leads Ella to understand a vital lesson. You can't judge situations by their surface. Same goes for people. Nick just wants to shake off that guilt, and Ella begins to feel she can hang with Nick peacefully. But Nick's family decides to invite Ella's family for dinner to make amends. But Nick is extremely nervous. You understand the feeling, always fearful of making mistakes in front of the person he likes. On dinner day, she changes outfits like a fashion show, just to wow Ella. But Ella's not super keen until she sees her mom's prep drinks, then she has to comply. After the small talk around the table, Nick finally gets some alone time with Ella. But little did she know, Ella's one comment splashes cold water all over her feelings. Getting dissed by the one she likes is pure torture. She's eager to explain herself. "I seriously just wanted to save face. Not that you think I lack opinions." However, Ella's attitude towards this appears even more dismissive, leaving Nick utterly at a loss. The whole dinner, Nick is just thinking of regaining Ella's trust, but surprised Ella apologizes to her instead. This makes Nick realize her place in Ella's heart has vanished. What a twist. Ella can finally stop thinking about Nick. After this secret crush combat, roles have reversed. But they can't quite guess each other's true thoughts. All they need is a little nudge. The school's annual fundraiser is right around the corner, and guess what? Nick's the blue letter boy. Everyone brings a blue lunchbox. Girls bid for a lunch with him. And all the money raised from the auction will go entirely to charity. This is truly an exciting event. On event day, Jack tells Nick that tons of girls are after the chance to lunch with him. But he doesn't care. He wants to save that chance for Ella only. At the same time, Ella hears the news and gets all anxious again. Ella was over it, but then hearing Sally's joining the competition just complicates everything.